Hello.
Here we are, Truth Behind Illusion. You guys were patiently waiting for us to start.
Yeah.
We had a little delay.
People were already in the chat.
I
Oh
know,
my
you guys are
goodness.
killing it. Look at, I am here already.
Hi.
I am ready is what that counts.
I am ready.
Ready to
believe it.
go. If you guys are watching live and you're already here, make sure you hit that share button. Let people know what you're watching. We're going to talk werewolves. And before we get into any of that, let's thank our sponsors. Abaddon Tattoo Studio, unique professional experience nestled in the small town of Pine Grove, Pennsylvania, and also Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Pottsville now.
Yeah.
You know what? You have to change it to the small towns. Located in the towns.
No, Pine Grove small. Pottsville to our listeners is like New York City.
Wow.
Yeah, huge.
I mean, overall,
Huge.
not, yeah.
Huge city.
Huge.
Well, I want to have to edit that. Located in two locations in both Pine Grove and Pottsville. Well, Pottsville should come first. Although Pine Grove's their
Yeah,
headquarters.
that's their first. But they provide high quality tattoos and piercings in a relaxed, professional, and sterile environment. You can check their links in our website as well as our link tree to go find everything you need to know about them. We also want to thank these special people in our lives, the Patreon subscribers.
Yes.
Listen, if you're watching, you're special to us too. But the Patreon people, they take the cake.
They're very
Yeah.
special.
They
Yeah,
have a special place
Extra
in my heart.
they give us money for no reason.
yeah,
is what
it's
they do.
real sweet.
Yeah, because we don't put any bonus content because pretty much everyone on there was like, we don't watch it anyway. We're just here to general support. But if you want to give us general support, if it wants to be $1 a month, $5 a month, $9 billion a month, it's available for you to do so.
You can set it to wherever you want, right?
As
Like if
the
you want to
lowest
give
you could do is $1.
$2, if
Yeah,
you want to.
you could do
Okay.
$2. You can, any increment, but we have a $5 and a $1
Yeah.
thing on there. But listen, we pay for this service to go live on. We're gonna be paying for the website services now. We're paying for.
Yeah.
I give people Adobe, who's are part of the thing, and like I provide a lot for other people at other shows. And that all costs money. So this Patreon kind of goes to help pay for some of those services, and stickers when we hand out and give for free.
Stickers.
Yeah. So we want to thank Tommy B, Tree of Life Metaphysical Shop, Hireth and Other Words Podcast, Jay and Austin. Oh, Jay Horror. He put his last name in there now.
Jay.
Jay Horror, what
Yeah.
a name.
Yeah. Is that horror? Right.
Spelled
Oh, yeah,
WHORE.
Yeah.
Yeah. HOERR. Yeah.
Hoa.
He
like
was.
Dyson.
I think he added it
Hello.
because he heard us calling him the mysterious Jay for a
Oh,
while.
I don't want to be mysterious anymore.
Now
It
he-
wants to be known.
he wants to
the
be
well known.
the world famous.
The world famous
Yeah.
Jay Horror.
That's probably not how you say it at
And
all.
They're the
Austin Black.
nicest people.
Yeah, and Austin Blackwell. So if you want to do that, you could also go to our links below. There is a Patreon at the very bottom, or you can go to our brand new website, which
Mhm.
a new website is coming again.
Yeah.
So
That's
just
not
the
funny.
site I do for websites, I paid for like one just so it's like it sets up as a podcast,
Hum.
and then they're like, we have a network version of that too, and I'm like, yeah, like you have to just change your subscription. So I did it,
Oh,
and I'm just waiting for it to take effect tomorrow, and then I'm gonna figure it all out and put it out there.
There you go.
Also, Teespring, all of the merchandise is on there, and we added t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeves, all that fun stuff.
Backpacks.
Backpacks
I
are
want
there.
to buy one.
I
Yeah.
want a backpack.
Is there
so
backpacks
bad.
for everything?
Yes,
And can you change the color of the backpack?
yes.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, you can go grab some merchandise from there to help us out, and that helps us grow as well. And if you don't have funds, we understand. It's a weird day. It's a weird time in the world.
Yeah.
Just hit share, like, share,
That's
follow.
honestly all
Yeah.
we really ask.
Yeah.
is just hit share.
Facebook shut down for a while, and people were like, "What are we gonna
People
do?"
almost died.
I didn't
It
even.
was-
I didn't even notice. 'cause I
We
was
we
busy.
will never ever see Truth Behind Illusion ever again because we
my
launched live on
God.
Facebook,
Facebook
my
will never come back.
God.
It's been gone for 5 minutes. It's never coming back.
and that's why you should subscribe to YouTube and Twitch, our Facebook, our Twitter.
Or subscribe on your
Yeah.
favorite podcast catching app.
Yep, nailed it.
Yeah.
Jen's in the chat. Paul's in the chat. I believe the last one
Hi.
says Mary.
That's
Say
my Aunt
hey,
Mary.
Mary.
Okay.
Oh, look at
Oh.
your hair is longer than mine. Werewolf like even. Look at that. Maybe you're onto
Oh.
something. A grr.
Is my mic on? Oh wait.
Yeah. You're on.
It's like you feel like it's cutting in and out.
No, you're good.
It sounds good. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Um,
You talk.
Then
Jen
I'm-
says hello and she shared. Thank you so much.
Hi Jen.
I hear a bad moon rising. Oh, another werewolf joke. Jen says I have to redo my Patreon. Well, if you want to, that's fine.
Yeah, you don't have to, but we
Wait
appreciate
to
it.
hustle.
Way to
Paul
hustle.
says every day I'm hustling. All right. So that's all we have. Go check all that fun stuff out. Housekeeping stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Last episode we talked about shadow people.
Mhm.
Spooky.
Yeah.
We're gonna edit one in.
And we
Yeah.
we cracked the case, right? We know officially what shadow people are.
They're not demons that
No.
turn into people.
No, ghosts
That's
that
what they're
evolve into
not.
demons like Pokemon.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You become a ghost, and if you're a bad ghost, you go to hell. But if you're a really, really good bad ghost, demon status.
What happens if you're a good ghost?
Angel status.
What happens if you're a good human?
Nothing. You probably get you
There's no
don't
reward for
you don't
being
yeah
good.
you there's not a reward for being good. If I came on here and just shot at everybody I ever talked about and said this person's a piece of garbage,
Well,
numbers through
Yeah.
the roof.
Well, here's something. When you die and you don't become a ghost, you can't be an angel or a demon in your logic. So what do you
Well,
become?
What do you mean? You're a ghost first.
What if you don't become a ghost though?
What came
What?
first, the human or the
Yeah.
ghost?
Why would you not become a ghost?
I don't know.
What would you become then?
That's just your logic.
what we're-
I don't know.
Guaranteed 1100% dead ghost.
Okay.
Good, really good at being a ghost.
So
Promotion.
if you are a neutral,
Promotion.
if you are a neutral ghost, what do you do? Just
Is
stay
it
just
ghost?
stay a ghost.
It's like Beetlejuice world.
Yeah, you just stay a ghost.
Lingo.
Yes.
What's it called?
Limbo.
Limbo. Not Lobo. Not lingo.
The ghosts that
Limbo.
are the ghosts who are they don't figure out that they're ghosts and they just like the ghost who just walks on the same set of stairs 100 for all eternity.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are like, I can't figure life out.
Well, that's okay because they couldn't. Anyway.
Yeah, so that they're and then they can't get promoted. They're just all they do is fucking walk
Promoted.
stairs. Great calves, but that's it.
Great calves, but
Yeah.
that's it.
Here's
Butt looks
something.
good. Legs are
What
defined.
would a poltergeist be?
That's a ghost who's just rummaging through all their junk drawers trying to find everything. They in their
But a
world they're just like,
poltergeist- A poltergeist is
where's my
strong.
keys?
Poltergeist is stronger than a regular ghost because it can handle physical objects.
They're just not. It goes when you die, you become super lazy. Poltergeists are like
No,
ADHD ghosts.
no.
Yeah.
Lazy.
Yeah.
You just get lazy.
Yeah.
That's just what
Yeah.
you're hoping to
They're like-
happen in the afterlife. You're
They're like,
"I'm
did someone just tell me to
lazy."
turn that button on? I ain't doing that.
I ain't doing that shit.
I'm too busy standing here doing absolutely nothing.
They want me to speak into this microphone so they can communicate with me. It's all way over there.
It's over there.
I
I'm
don't
not doing
wanna.
that. Yeah, that's. There's layers to everything.
You got to write a book, and people are like, this is the biggest bunch of nonsense.
Spoiler alert, that's pretty much 90% of what we talk about.
I'm gonna say like 75% of what we talk about.
Oh boy. Yeah. But hi guy, where's your Teespring link? If you go to this page on the website and hit shop, it takes you right to Teespring. Yep.
Clownpenis.fart.
Nailed it. It's podpage.com/truth behind illusion.
It's an old
Where can they get these
Son of
hats?
object.
Those hats are on the link tree and they're under the big cartel. That's a brand new hat. We have dad hats, and that's a dad hat, I think.
It's a dad hat.
And then the other ones are trucker hats.
Maybe. Oh no, I can't post it in the chat because when I watch this, there's no way to turn my sound off on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if I was to bring this up right now on Facebook, I can't turn the sound off. Even if I mute my iPad, the
Oh,
sound
wow.
still plays.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we are going to talk about werewolves tonight
Werewolf
in London.
in Shepton.
in Shepton.
They're everywhere.
Werewolf
Um,
in Shepton.
So let's does anyone you have any like have you guys heard any fun paranormal stuff or come across anything on the internet that you want to banter about for like maybe a couple more minutes before we jump into a topic and have a 35-minute episode?
I mean, not really. I mean, just kind of like your normal, like, it's October. Let's rehash the same 12 stories over and over
Yeah, let's
again.
talk
Yeah.
about ghosts. Whatever happened to that? The obelisk. Remember that? Remember that?
Oh,
What the fuck's an obelisk?
It's like a monument. Remember it was the metal
Oh, that was-
thing that was
yeah,
out in the
that
middle of
came as-
Montana.
that
or
was
something.
Yeah,
art-
the
it was an
aliens
art-
came down and took them back.
it
yeah.
was an art project.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
remember, no
that's
one
what
knew
it
about
was.
it. And then one showed up in Europe, then one showed up
Yeah.
here, and one showed up here. And it's like,
It was a page. It came. I mean, I'm a huge conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Shocker. So everyone's just like, oh, it's an art project. And I'm just kind of like, mhm.
yeah, the way out in the middle of nowhere. Just
Yeah, it's like showing
50-foot
up in. It
obelisk.
was like in the Arizona desert, and then it was in Russia, and then it was somewhere else, and then it was somewhere else across
Yeah.
the world, and it was just like
an art project.
art project.
That's an expensive art project.
And then
Yeah.
COVID happened. That's
Yeah,
those things.
and then,
were
and
a
then the
little cheeky.
obelisk was out.
They were like Febreze Sensi's COVID.
Recent.
Oh, it wasn't the aliens because no aliens don't have like noses. Sometimes they're nose, depending on what type. So
Maybe COVID doesn't affect them. if
Yeah,
they don't
no
have
nostrils.
them.
yeah, water kills them. Like what is that?
Like in Sign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Swing away, Meryl.
that and Tom Jones music.
But we actually do have another announcement. I just remembered. Next week we will be well, actually not next week. So yeah, next week.
16th.
Tuesday we will not be live, but if you're good boys and girls, maybe an episode will pop up on Wednesday. Won't be live, but it'll be what we filmed
No,
on location.
no, it wouldn't be because
Oh,
that's before it would happen.
All right, so we'll give you 2 episodes next week. So
Yeah.
we'll have
No,
you
no,
live
no, that's in 2 weeks.
in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you'll get maybe
Time
2
travel.
episodes. We'll figure it out. Or maybe it'll be in 2 weeks, you'll get one on Tuesday, and then the following week will be.
Watch
one
out
after.
for more episodes.
One
Yeah.
of
coming
these,
soon.
one of
But
these
we are
days.
going to be on location, not next weekend, or not this weekend, the weekend after,
Yeah.
in
16th.
Jim Thorpe. We'll be back at the prison.
Back at the prison.
Now, here's what we can put to you guys in the chat, because you guys in the chat are fantastic. What do we talk about? What's our topic that we bring with us to the prison? Because not every time we go back to the prison, we're going to talk the prison for an hour.
Mhm.
It's a lot. And poor Blaine is only 17 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like, I don't have
19 by
that.
now.
I don't have any of that. Yeah, 19 or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, he's older than he was the last time we met him. And it's just like, yo,
Aren't we all?
kid, we need you to keep going to the well here and keep telling us
Yeah,
about this
right.
Well,
prison.
you don't know. I mean, there might be more happenings.
Yeah. So we might dive into it a
You
little
know,
bit, but we want to
Yeah,
come.
is that
half
going to
and
be an
half.
hour?
Yeah.
Probably.
We want to come with a prepared topic
Yeah.
to talk about while being in the prison. So
We'll talk-
maybe
we'll talk
ghost
about
stories and stuff.
trying to get in that mansion, Asia Packard,
Yeah, we're
and
gonna.
the
Oh yeah.
I don't know what her title would be. The lady that runs the down the rabbit hole. The lady upstairs.
yeah,
I don't know if she's
yeah.
a psychic or
The high
medium.
priestess.
Yes, I don't know
Yeah,
what her
Paul and I
title
were in there
is.
last time we were there.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna
Wonderful
maybe,
coffee downstairs.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
We got it for free. Remember that?
Yeah.
I still
We
bought
had
it.
to pay the last time we
Yeah.
went. And I was like, it's not free.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have some more fun locations in Jim Thorpe. And then the weekend after that, we will be on location, and you guys can come hang out if you'd like.
Yeah.
They're on the 23rd, right? 26th?
23rd.
16th is Jim Thorpe, and you can come to that too.
23rd.
23rd. Saturday, we're going to be at the Tree of Life Metaphysical Shop.
Yeah.
In
And they're-
Ringtown, Pennsylvania,
Yep,
right?
and from 11 to 6, they will be having a history and folklore day where people can just hang out and talk and shell stories. I guess I'm not
Mhm.
exactly sure the layout, but
And you can buy merchandise too.
we're
Oh,
going to be
yeah,
there
it's a
on
great shop.
doing online in-person podcasts. So
Mhm.
if you have a fun local history or something spooky from the area and you want to come talk about it on the podcast, you can come and sit and join us on location at the Tree of Life on the 23rd.
Mhm. I've
Um,
never been there.
it's a fun time.
Yeah,
Drew.
It's really, really cool.
Um,
I love that place.
And then we'll air that content. It just give us a couple days to edit it and do all fun stuff, but we'll put that content up for you guys as well. So you'll get 2 more bonus episodes this month of the spooky month of October, not
Yeah,
just
how,
the live.
How fitting.
And if you are also listening and you have a spooky location that you know about, or you can get access to, or it's even your house,
Mhm.
Our story, just want to
yeah,
send the email over.
you can let us know. We can film on location there. The website does have a fun little microphone feature on the bottom. You can leave us a message on there.
Oh, that's super
You're a
cool.
bunch of dirty fucks.
Yep. You can contact us via there if you ever want to reach out and say I want to be on the show. You can go to our website and go to the contact information, leave your information, and we can get back to you on that. As well as if you're not an Apple user, this was really helpful. This is how you move up the charts. This is how you get big time. You can go on the review page. There's a review tab. You can write a review, star it, and it'll put it on Apple for you without even having to have an Apple account.
Yeah.
It's pretty fancy
Ooh.
dancy.
That's nice.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's really helpful. You can
Pop
do that as
down
well.
a review.
And if you have fun reviews, we will read them on the show.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's a really
There
fun
you go.
segment.
Yeah, we'll
You know what I did-
we'll read reviews.
The other day, since we're trying to kill time,
Yeah.
while I was stripping the paint of my stairs, I listened to
Oh.
every episode of this season of Haunted AF. I like that show because the people that call and tell the stories they tell ghost stories, just real quick ghost stories. It's only like half an hour. It's very easily digestible podcast. Tony doesn't like 2 girls on it.
Well, the first time I listened to
yeah.
it,
they're
they were all talking over a phone, and it just was hard to listen to in earbuds.
yeah. Now they're recording in person.
That's
So yeah, but it is very good. Like all the different ghost stories, and they have this one thing they call Dead Pet of the Week, where like if they have a story about a dead pet, a ghost pet, whatever it may be, and the girl said, "Why is there never any dead like snakes or anything?" Anyway, they say
That's funny.
you can write a song, and they'll play it before like. Dead Pet of the Week, dun, dun, dun,
Oh
dun,
my
Dead Pet
God,
of the
that's
Week.
so
Just a
fun.
real like a 10-second song, and
Okay.
they play that, and then they tell the person calls in, and tells the story.
Like they
So it's
have
pretty
like,
cool.
Yeah, like viewer
Yeah, Haunted AF
Yeah.
podcast. This is the
That's
whole
cool.
season, and it was like maybe 3 hours because it's they're half hour.
Yeah.
They're 25-minute episodes minus 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have any fun stories you want us to talk about or read, or you want to leave voice messages,
Yeah, so you could do
we
that.
can do any of that.
Yeah,
too.
well, we could possibly play it if you want us to.
Yeah.
And dissect it.
Mary said she got her hats, and then Michelle Folk joined
Oh,
us.
well,
Hey,
thank
guys.
you.
Hi.
Yeah. So a lot of fun stuff we have planned. Like I said, the websites are fun. Everything else is out there, merch, all that. we're coming very close to episode 50.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if
50.
I don't know if I have the patience to wait till episode 50, but we may have another logo coming. Fancy dancy logo.
What episode number is this?
32.
Oh, well,
Oh.
that's gonna be quite a
gonna be
while
done.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
might
gonna
be like
done before that.
I don't have patience, and I already seen a little bit of it.
that might be a year from now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you've both now seen one. But
I didn't see all of it though.
that's all I have so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a cool logo coming,
Mhm.
and so more merch opportunities for you guys. To
I would
support
say
us.
more graphic. Because like it's a picture. Because when you say logo, I think most people just think words.
No.
Well, I could see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
more of a graphic. Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Like that's up back there.
Like
Or
design of a
art
logo.
design.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes, our TBI.
So-
Yeah, just so people know it's more than just
TBI design.
oh look, it's a different font.
Yeah.
You know?
So just a reminder that the 23rd, you can come hang out with us on location live at the Tree Live Beneficial Shop and support them because like they do us on Patreon. So that'd be really
very
important.
sweet.
And
Mm-hmm.
you guys can come and hang out. It'd be a lot of fun.
Mhm.
We will be hanging out the entire day next Saturday in Jim Thorpe.
Mhm.
We can't obviously bring everybody with us in the prison, but you
Yeah.
can schedule a tour and go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for something to do that day and you want to come to Jim Thorpe that day, and we'll be walking around.
Yeah,
We
hang
can
out
come
with
see,
us.
hang out with us, walk
There's
around.
many places, lots of shops and places to eat.
We'll walk
places
around
to
with a
drink.
huge posse, just like the
Yes.
TBI posse.
Yes.
Be fun.
I love that.
And if you do buy merchandise, our hats like Tori's wearing, send us a photo in your merchandise
Please
so
do,
we can
that's so
share.
fun.
Adina was rocking her shirt at the gym, from
Yes.
Tornado Tag, which is really cool.
Oh.
The girl who's on the logo
Oh, that's
was
so
wearing it
cool.
at the gym. Yeah,
That's cool.
pretty fun. So, like I said, even if you gotten merch before, send it again. Even if you did it
Mhm.
before, because I lost a lot of those.
You know,
photos.
and let's post a picture to the Instagram of the podcast that they're wearing.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I want to put it all on the socials. And then every time we have like a t-shirt sale, we'll use one of your photos
There we
rocking
go.
our
Yeah,
t-shirt
yeah,
and say like,
yeah.
hey, sales up. Go check it out.
Yeah, even if you take a bunch of them and you edit them together,
Mhm.
like boom, here you go.
It'd be fun.
Buy a shirt, you son of a bitch.
Tori.
Yeah.
You son of a buy a shirt, you son
Buy
of a
a
bitch.
shirt, you son of a bitch. Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Tori, let's talk werewolves.
Like- Werewolf.
Lycanthropy. Lycanthropes.
So when I started, because I had messaged you about it, and when I wanted to do the werewolf idea, I didn't want to do what every other single human being does, and I do werewolves.
Talk about
Just, like,
movies.
Talk about movies, talk about the same 5 facts, and then just a giant mystery. No, I wanted to go in. I wanted to find the origin of werewolves.
Okay.
I was like,
Interesting.
yeah, that's why I was like, it's like cutting in and out for me a little bit.
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like whenever I think of like werewolves or any sort of like human animal hybrid, I'm always more interested in just like what civilization started this idea? How far back does it go? Like what influences things today? And if this creature or whatnot is real, how far back does it go? When was the first sighting? Yada yada yada. So and then there's a couple like, and instead of like spooky stories to tell, I have stories, but they're more like there's one from St. Patrick where there's like a lore from like actual St. Patrick with werewolves and sorts of stuff like that. So
Well, this episode also was requested. So this was
yeah.
it wasn't done in a public forum,
Mm-mm.
but in our group chat for the network, Mario from Welcome Back said werewolves would be a fun topic.
Yeah.
I think it was I don't know if it was done publicly, but
I think it was. I think it was one of the last comments where it's like,
Was it?
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you do recommend the episode, we will do it. So definitely you can put them in the chat now and we'll get it towards the end of the episode. Or if you want to chime in what you know about werewolves or what you like about werewolves, or if you want to talk movies,
Or if you are a werewolf.
or if you are a werewolf,
come
Mm.
on the podcast and talk to us.
just
I don't think it's a full moon though.
don't bite me.
So maybe.
Unless you,
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm already hearing it.
I was gonna say, out of all of us, you're like Mary said, you're close to werewolf status already.
Yeah.
Might as well just go the full way.
All right.
All right. So to begin here with the werewolf origins, I have an excerpt from theconversation.com.
Conversations with a werewolf.
Yeah. So
Not quite an interview.
Yeah. No, that's
just
copyrighted.
a conversation.
That's copyrighted.
Yeah.
They only interview vampires. You have conversations with
Yeah,
werewolves.
see?
It's really hard to interview a werewolf. They're all over the place.
Well, maybe when you transform, there's an intelligence. It depends. That's just different.
You never know.
There's different
Maybe
classes.
it's like maybe it's the Warren Zevon, Werewolves of London. He sounds like a pretty classy gent.
Yeah.
When you
Ah,
turn into
ooh.
when you turn into a werewolf, how high does your need and want to sniff a butt go up? I gotta get that butt.
I don't know.
I gotta know that person. I want to say hi.
Actually, that's why they're chasing you.
Yeah, they just want to be friends.
Yeah.
They just want to sniff your butt and be your friend.
Yeah.
Throw a ball at him.
Yep.
Ah.
Don't fucking squeak that.
All right. So for the origin, the earliest surviving example of a man to wolf transformation is found in the Epic of Gilgamesh, around 2100 BC. However, the werewolf, as we know it, first appeared in ancient Greece and Rome, in poetic and philosophical texts. So there is a philosopher and storyteller from Greece, like ancient Greece, named Ovid. And his passage is one of the only ancient.
Too soon.
Huh?
Too soon.
Oh, COVID.
Ovid.
Ovid.
I didn't make the connection.
Wait, are we on to something already?
Huh?
It's an Ovid. It's an Ovid pen. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
What?
We're gonna turn into werewolves.
Yeah. At the end of this, stay tuned, guys. At the end of this, we're going
Ovid.
to turn into Ovid.
We just connected the dots right there. Ovid, COVID. There it is.
How's his name spelled?
OVID.
Oh, I love it.
Full moon comes. See.
Kind of like David. But...
So Ovid's or like origin stories with a modern werewolf, as the physical manipulation of his body hinges on his prior immoral behavior. Well, hold on. Anyway, going back to, I got ahead of myself. So according to Greek mythology, there was this king named Lycaon.
Like
Yeah.
they used in
Lycaon.
pop
And
culture.
he was the son of Pelasgos?
That's spot out.
Pelasgos. Pelasgus. Sorry.
Vasquez.
Lost my spot. And he was the Pelasgus was the ancestor of the Pelasgians, which were the mythical inhabitants of Greece. So the king, Lycaon, is said to have had many wives and through them produced a number of offspring. In general, Lycaon is said to have fathered as many as 50 sons.
Jesus.
So the story goes as such.
Popping out puppies.
Yeah. Yeah. So Zeus, the god Zeus, heard rumors of terrible things happening in Pelasgia, which is,
I'll look that up because I can price it.
yeah, I have it up. I just can't pronounce it. But it's named after how did I think of Pelasgus, who was Lycaon's father. He heard the rumors that there was like terrible things going on in the kingdom about Lycaon committing child sacrifices and cannibalism. Shocking to those who know Greek mythology, Zeus was very against this inhumane act, which is kind of funny because Zeus is like a bad daddy.
Yeah, but not against fucking whoever you want.
Yeah,
anything goes.
Do
there.
whatever you want. Yeah.
Gods don't have to abide by consent.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Ask Mary.
Rape is totally fine, all that other stuff, but child sacrifice and stuff, don't do it. So that's their line.
Yeah.
That's their line. So Zeus wanted to see if these rumors were real. He disguised himself as a human man, and quickly many people in the kingdom started to follow him for his wisdom and insight, just thinking like it was just like this random guy. When Lycaon heard of this, he invited this stranger to come to his own home to see who he was, where he came from, and what he was about. At dinner, Lycaon served the man a meal prepared human flesh and organs, and it was like child.
Oh boy!
Yeah, it was very gross. And when he saw Lycaon indulging into this dish, Zeus casted a lightning bolt at him and turned him into a wolf. And I kind of figured this could be inferred as like he was cast into the barbaric beast that he was.
Yeah.
But
it ties in like what's the white shit, the white werewolf thing. Oh my god, I lost it.
Oh, like when they do a movie trope
because they're eating human. The Wendigo.
Oh yeah, I have that on here.
Human flesh makes you turn into a monster.
Yeah.
It is Pelasgus.
Pelasgus, yeah, absolutely. Okay. So then Zeus also destroyed his home with lightning and dubbed Lycaon's grandson grandson Arcus as the new ruler of the kingdom, and then the kingdom was named Arcadia after Arcus. So that was the earliest like in text, like that was written down. But obviously there are some that have probably gotten lost and everything, which I like a theory that through the dawn of time, like the only other like living creature on Earth other than human beings were animals. So there's always like this crazy like obsession that humans have with animals. So I always kind of feel like there's always like this kind of human animal like hybrid type story between humans and animals and everything. But actually also contrary to that story, in Ireland there's an ancient Irish story that the werewolf is less of a horrifying beast and is more of a protector of children, lost souls, and men. So I kind of like doing research on this kind of bugged me out because I like going down the rabbit holes. And this one, there was like 17 different rabbit holes. And I fell down all of them and I just got angry because I couldn't figure out which was which. Because it was just like, oh no, like the Gaelics were like, oh no, the werewolves are really good. Then the Greeks are just
Well,
like,
listen, like
oh,
that island is a different beast. Like Ireland's got like, they're just like, what is it? Leave it alone.
But I got so frustrated because I was like, where does it? There has to be an origin to one thing.
Yeah.
That's my.
But like anything, there could be good and bad werewolves. So maybe in Ireland, the werewolf, he's a good chap.
He's a good chap.
Yeah,
He'll help you out.
Get him a point.
Help you out anytime you need him.
Just don't touch me potatoes.
Don't touch my potatoes.
What if this whole time we thought he was casting rats out with his flute?
Wasn't snakes?
The snakes, yeah, but
I
that's
thought he
in
did rats
Scotland.
too.
I think that's Pied Piper.
Pied Piper.
Yeah. That fucking sounds like
I don't think the Pied Piper is St. Patrick. St. Patrick's the Pied Piper.
Same thing.
Depends on who you ask, though. Same thing.
Yeah.
But so yeah, like so I then went down and I was just like, okay, so how many countries countries have like ancient origins with someone's here?
Oh my God!
How did he just go home?
It's a werewolf.
Oh, it's a werewolf with like werewolves and everything. So I literally wrote down this ridiculous amount of like countries and like civilizations.
Really big in Eastern Europe.
Who was the recorded first? Just the Greeks?
The Greeks. Yeah, that was the first recorded text of it.
Which is weird because there was obviously no internet and there was no mail, so it's not like the Greeks told these stories.
Other than the Epic of Gilgamesh, which was in like 2100 BC.
Someone took that book and distributed it amongst the world, and then they go, "Oh, werewolf," and then of course it was in a different language. So how did the idea of this get to a different continent?
Hi, Heidi. So I also have down here, I was just writing down like little facts and everything, that the word werewolf obviously means man wolf, since were is Saxon for man. So where anything could be were possum, were cat.
I like the idea of different were creatures.
Yeah, I love that.
That was True Blood. It was Were Panthers.
Oh, okay. See, I like that.
Panthers.
And Altered Beast for Sega Genesis, where you turn into a were dragon, a were bear, a were tiger.
Not a lot of were women. Like
man women,
like werewolf girl, like girl werewolves. Like no one. It doesn't.
Where isn't the part that you
werewomans?
Man woman.
Yeah,
it would be female werewolf.
Yeah, female werewolf. That's what I was trying to go for, but my brain went somewhere else.
Women.
Yeah,
it happens. You showed me your banana over there.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
funny.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever really seen a movie or any depiction of a werewolf being a woman.
Yeah.
And
I have
X-Men culture. There is feral and
also in
they're both female werewolves.
And in the TV show, what we do in the shadows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there are a couple. She might have been.
Bitten.
Heidi would know.
I've never seen Bitten. I don't know. Shitting. That's it. If you don't like it, go shitting.
Where
Werepotamus.
Werepotamus. Where squirrel.
I love this. But yeah, like I found things from France, Albania, Lithuania, Greece, Mexico, the Czech Republic, Serbia, Ukraine, all like Poland, Macedonia, Scotland, England, Ireland, Germany, Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, Latvia, Hungary, Finland, Italy. It like
So it's the
I
whole
found so much
Europe.
from everywhere, and it
Yeah.
pissed me off.
Europeans are really about these werewolves.
especially
Yeah.
Eastern European.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Alex wanted me to say in the podcast that he had I don't remember how they met, but he knew somebody who was from Transylvania.
Ooh.
And he asked him like, "Oh, like if Jack," and he's like, "Listen, I live 15 minutes from what Dracula's castle was,"
Mhm.
and I'm like, and they're like, the culture there, like the thing, everyone is like the cryptid of that area, and the things everyone
werewolves,
is
isn't it?
werewolves.
Okay.
They're like vampires. Fuck that.
We got rid of those.
There's fucking
Werewolves.
werewolves in those woods.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Transylvania's a big werewolf town.
Mhm.
About it.
I love that.
Remember when they told Eric, the actor,
Oh yeah, there's werewolves in Las Vegas, and he was
Yeah.
afraid.
and he had
Took out at night.
he had it written in his contract that they had to protect him from werewolves because they thought they were real.
Yeah, he was a little special.
Oh,
I mean, he was intelligent minded.
Yeah, he was,
He was
yeah.
just
Oh.
disabled.
Yeah, he was a little off too. I mean, he wasn't.
that's very fun. That's very.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be. He wasn't of average intelligence.
Yeah.
So I thought he was intelligent. He just had the body like he had
but he was
extreme dwarfism.
He was, yeah, he did have that, but he wasn't like where a normal. Well, you know what I'm trying to say.
Like IDD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. His
See, I-
IQ was not of average level.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He wasn't,
But they
an invalid.
he was afraid of werewolves.
Yeah.
Essentially, and they told him they were in
Me
Las Vegas.
too, man. Me too.
I'm
Well,
serious.
then who's mean enough to be like, "There's werewolves in Las Vegas" for
I
him
don't-
to
I
be
don't
like,
think-
"We gotta protect me from this"? That's
I
so
thought
mean.
I don't
Howard
think
Stern.
they knew he had a fear of them until it came up in conversation. They're like,
Yeah.
well, you gotta be careful. Like,
And then they had
And
a
he was
werewolf like call him. Well, it's me, I'm a werewolf.
That's so mean.
Yeah.
Fucking Howard Stern. So mean.
I think he was in on the joke though.
Oh,
I don't.
I don't
don't.
think so.
You are putting way too much on Eric the actor,
I
saying that he is intelligent and he was in on the. He was not very in on any joke.
I think he was.
Just
He's a great actor.
no, he's not. No, he isn't.
And just buying into it. He duped him.
No, no. Eric, would you ever play a gay guy? No, because I'm not gay.
Yeah, it was just,
That's an actual quote. Is that a good actor?
yeah, you bought it. That was all fake.
Oh yeah.
It's kayfabe, brother.
Eric might have knew what that word. Eric was a wrestling fan.
Mhm.
You know it's an actual theory that all the people that call into that show are not.
No, because I've met people like that, and they exist.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know they actually people with disabilities exist.
No,
But-
it is crazy
Oh my
people,
God.
Yeah.
and there's
But
out
they're
there
saying
people.
that like the theory is that Howard had these people call in. I
Oh.
don't believe it. Like I think some of those people legit had what
Yeah.
they had.
I
But
mean, I'm sure there's people over the years that faked it, but I mean, I seen a lady today
that was the Howard Stern
that was
conspiracy.
so excited over Mountain Dew Zero that she said,
The
I would
Sternspiracy.
like to hug you because I am so happy that you have this soda. It's a fucking soda.
Listen,
it's-
people get really excited about things in their lives.
I guess. Woohoo! Yeah, she was doing that for soda that you can get all the time. Anyway,
What are you afraid you're gonna catch something? from
okay,
us?
moving on.
Werewolves.
Like, no,
Like
like
a trophy. But
To
yeah,
catch a werewolf would be quite a feat.
that would be.
What?
That's at the end of this podcast. That's
Yeah.
the Patreon episode when
What?
we actually catch a werewolf.
Cool.
So anyway, going back. So and a lot of things that I also found with the different places that werewolves and the origin of the idea of a werewolf comes from. That smells amazing, by the way.
Well, this is what we got last time we were at Jim's Orp. Remember who we put it on that one
That's
store?
right, because it smells like
Love spell.
love spell.
That smells different to me now.
What?
Yeah.
Use it.
Oh, maybe it's the candle. I smell.
Yeah, I smell that.
Okay, yeah, that smells the same. That's the candle I smell.
So, like, there's not only just so many different places that werewolves, the origins come from, but the actual, like, types of werewolves and, like, how they caught the werewolf, how they can cure or if you can be cured of a
Ooh.
werewolf. So, the different types of werewolf and how you can become a werewolf.
Interesting.
There's, like, you can be infected by only other werewolves. So there's that one. You can also be infected by birth, which is
A curse.
apparently rare. Like, yeah, like it's a curse where you are infected from birth. And then the other
Or
one,
a werewolf and your mom got it. Not your mom, but a mom.
Well, here's the thing where it's okay. So we're
Or
gonna
you're scratched or bitten,
yeah.
not full moon time. Hook up a dude.
Well, hold on, because I have it categorized because it really threw me for a loop and it pissed me off. So I have everything broken down.
Okay.
So there's the infected by birth, other werewolves, and then there's the wild wolves or dogs. In parentheses, I put rabies because there's a whole other side to it.
Oh, that would seem like a different type of werewolf to me. Like,
But
they have
mine
the
seems
category-
like more of like the
Logic.
the feral wolf.
like that. Yeah, like that seems like the Puritan, like where it's just like my neighbor. He's acting weird.
They got
He's
bit
real
by that dog,
agitated. and
yeah.
Blah blah blah. He's a werewolf now, and he's just like, no, I have rabies. Help me. Oh, you can't. We're Puritan.
But it's
and
like
then he dies.
1500s and we don't know what rabies are yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's two different transformations that I found. Well, three. Well, kind of 2.5. So there's the transformed against your will by full moon.
Okay.
Then there's transformed by will on your own account whenever you want.
Which would be awesome.
Which being able to have the power.
Like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
he gets
sometimes the Hulk can control it, sometimes he can't.
yeah. So it's like there's two different
Or like
transformations.
a vampire to a bat.
Yeah.
like-
yeah.
They can do whatever they
Yeah.
want. Yes.
So then there's the cured. So there's if you can be cured,
Mm-hmm.
there's this herb called wolfsbane,
Okay.
which is just a regular herb and whatnot, but that is theoried to be able to if you take a tincture of wolfsbane, but not too much because wolfsbane can kill a wolf because it's the bane of a wolf.
They could probably kill a human too.
True. So they say in the things that I have found that you can't take too much wolfsbane or you'll kill yourself as well. So it's enough wolfsbane just to cure yourself of lycanthropy or by death.
Or you get
Or kill yourself and then you'll be
you take the wolfsbane and it probably makes you violently ill.
Wouldn't death be the
Yeah.
cure of anything?
exactly.
Because I mean,
Only
you no
the
longer have it
downside. I mean,
because you're dead.
yeah. You won't have lycanthropy anymore,
You certainly
lycanthropy,
won't.
but you'll be dead.
Yeah.
So
That's how they fix everything. Like they just like
Kill them.
no, they just poison or torture you, and if you survive
Or burn you.
and puke a lot,
Yeah.
they're cured.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like throw up is like the demons out.
Yeah,
We're-
yeah.
Get up, Helen.
And also there's two different ways that they can be three different types of that they can be killed. They only can be killed by other vampires, other werewolves,
Mm-hmm.
by silver bullets,
Yes.
or by sunlight.
Which is weird because silver bullet had to be invented in like the late 1800s because there was no guns before that. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
obviously,
saying. Like,
obviously, what's his name? Gilgamesh didn't write about. Oh, they
yeah,
got shot
of
with
silver
bullet.
bullets.
What's a bullet? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe there's like a stab with
Yeah.
a silver
It's
dagger.
a silver arrowhead.
Yeah.
I guess that would work if it
Yeah.
was prior to like flintlock pistol or whatever, or blunderbuss.
Well, until they figured out guns, it was just wolfsbane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just shoving
And to kill
wolfsbane.
an arrow. What could you get? Like, I would assume if you decapitated it, it's not like it regenerates. Or maybe they do have a regeneration factor.
Or chocolate
Well, did that exist? Back then?
kills. Yeah.
It took me a second. I was like, chocolate.
Yeah.
And I was
Kills
like,
dogs.
Oh, yeah.
I've known dogs that eat chocolate and they didn't die from it.
Oh, my Rottweiler ate an
Oh.
entire
Yeah.
chocolate cake, and Heidi thought she killed
God.
the dog. Yeah.
I think that's a wives' tale. I'm sure some dogs would, But anyway.
But so, yeah, and I mean, it's honestly, I think the first subject of like the occult or like cryptids or whatnot, where I've fallen down this rabbit hole and just genuinely gotten pissed off because there's no one true origin. But I mean, it's also exciting because then, I mean, the idea of man and animal coming together is probably as old as the dawn of time. So it's hard to find that one source. And that's probably why it spanned across the entire world, because every ancient peoples are just like the only other sentient beings, these things.
Yeah.
Let's write stories about them and watch their patterns and watch their behaviors, and let's write stories about them.
It
and
is-
you and us becoming one of them.
It is a very interesting thing that you only hear like half man, half human, half being or creature or animal combinations of animals we consider to have intelligence. Like we're never like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like half man, half cat, like a sphinx.
Yeah.
Half
Mhm.
werewolves. Like ape with
I
a
mean,
Bigfoot.
I guess you could be half human, half insect. But I mean, maybe that's just put his tail.
But no one's taking that seriously, no, unless you're Jeff Goldblum. But
Yeah. See.
yeah,
Hey,
but I'm just
there we
saying, like,
go.
I'm just saying, like, in major, like centaurs, wool,
Yeah.
with
Horse.
a horse, like
Yeah.
stuff we've domesticated,
minotaur,
are,
yeah.
are
Taking the best of what we consider to be like powerful.
But I'm sure,
useful
like, there's
animals.
like rabbit people, like oh, they turn into a rabbit man, like stuff like that.
Like
Yeah,
a
Easter
bunny
bunny.
man.
Yeah, but, no, but
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
in Japanese, like the yokai.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some type of something
Mhm.
like that.
Well, in China there was a story. I don't know if I have it on here, but in China
I'm gonna look that up.
there are things. There's the were jackals of the Congo, and there's also like the were owl in China,
I'd like to be a weird owl. That'd be
where
pretty
it's
cool.
just like the idea of the mixture of a human and an owl, where it was supposed to like tell like when children died, there was like this. It was almost like a harbinger of death. It was like there would always be like this very odd large owl that would come around when a baby was dead.
Mhm.
And so like it's like that's just like, and like a lot of it just comes from just wives' tales. And like that's like, and it's
But it's weird, like how so if let's say the Greeks talk about it, it exists in Greece. So how did it get to like the Chinese? Because obviously they didn't speak the same language. Maybe some person did, but how did it get from there to there to there and then be the same?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
how does that happen when there's no books really? And if you did have a book, you're like, I can't read this.
Yeah.
Like so that's weird. So it's like, did two people have come up with the same exact idea that was the same? Like,
Yeah.
with the full moon, when you're infected with this, you turn into the wolf. Like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, when it's like cross continents and it's like
Yes.
the same idea.
At that time. Now, if it's nowadays, because the internet, boom, everywhere.
Yeah. So like, and that's another thing too, where it's just like what I kept trying to find is I kept trying to like follow rabbit holes on like my websites where it's just like the ultra conspiracy theory and the
Mhm.
blah blah blahs from like Reddit and everything. And it was just basically just like a generalized like, oh, he's an interdimensional like Bigfoot. It's just like, or they are like interdimensional,
Mhm.
like they're an actual species, like blah 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 blah, like of like interdimensional. And just maybe it was just because we did like interdimensional stuff like last week, where I wanted to find something more than just an interdimensional.
Yeah, some type of theory.
See,
Yeah.
like I feel like in today's lexicon, I don't think people are like, oh, there's werewolves in the woods. Like I don't think people are subscribing to that in general.
Mhm.
But I think a lot of more people are willing to subscribe to like shapeshifters, like humans that can shapeshift into animals.
Yeah, and that's what I had like,
And then when they shapeshift into a wolf, they actually turn into a legit wolf, not
Uh-huh.
like a man huge beast wolf.
just like an
Yeah.
actual wolf that can like just to like
Not a hybrid.
walk around just to like view
Yeah, I think
things.
that wraps around people's brains a little better now.
Mhm. Because there was, and like that's actually interesting because I read a story online there was no sources for it, but it was just like a tale of just like this. I think it was like a Puritan man, like he was like hunting in the woods and he saw two wolves like approaching over the hill, so like he climbed a tree to like escape them, and then he sat quietly and he was just like, oh, okay, they don't see me. And then he started to hear them actually talking to one another like in regular human voices, and he was just like looking around, and it was just realizing that it was as they got closer that they were just like walking like side by side and having a conversation with each other. And once they got to a certain spot, they kind of like looked around, and then like they like transformed back into like these two people from his village, where he was just kind of like, what the fuck? And like it was just I mean,
Yeah.
but of course it was just like, and he never disclosed of who it was
Oh,
out
yeah,
of fear. And it was just
But,
like,
I want to be afraid of, like, that's awesome, and I want to do it.
I'd be
Like
like,
if you see two people and they turn and there's not painful like in American Werewolf in London, and it's like, okay, that's pretty cool.
Does like, all right, so like when people turn into actual physical werewolf, like Werewolf of London and all that stuff, or like they turn a werewolf like in Blade or Underworld. Oh, sorry,
Yes.
Underworld.
Underworld, yeah.
Would you rather be that werewolf, or would you rather you just turn into a legit wolf? Like
I'd rather
like
be a hybrid creature than turn into actual just wolf.
Well, yeah, because then you have to think about it. I mean, like, yeah, there could be like supernatural, like, oh, and in a puff of smoke, I turned into another different animal. But when you think about it, it's just like your whole physical, to be able to take on a new form physically, your body within a span of short span of time
Mhm.
has to literally configure
Yeah,
and like
mutate.
So then that's thinking more of just like an American Werewolf in London, when he's just like he's in pain and like his hands are like distending and he's like
Yeah, bones crack and stuff.
yeah, and like
But
his skin is
But then you would
ripping.
immediately heal because the wolves do have a healing factor. I'm gonna look up werewolf
but I
powers.
think
Which
a lot of
reminds
that,
me of Wolverine.
Yeah.
like I think a lot of that transformation thing
Mhm.
was more of a Hollywood trope than culturally, because I feel like that's
And that's where I was trying to find what is from Hollywood and what is from these bigger.
yeah.
But
I
if
feel
they-
like that transformation part where their bones are cracked,
Yeah.
it makes good movies.
But if they
like,
say
Mhm.
a man wolf, like how do you get from man to man wolf? You would have to transform, right?
I think what either.
So yeah, you could take liberties with that, but you can't just. Well, and then
Yeah, I think maybe, and for trying just to say this would be to, I mean, I believe in another cryptid, but like, what if they saw a fucking Squatch or a Bigfoot type thing?
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Or in those times, wolves there's some wolves in the area that were just that fucking big, and maybe they were standing on their hind legs, like trying to.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, or maybe it was a bear or something.
Yeah.
We don't know.
And I mean, like, and we talked before we went live, as we were talking about how there are actual like you had said, there was a mental disorder, and there's also a
clinical lycanthropia,
which is like a medical diagnosis where you believe that you are a different creature. Is that what that is?
There's a few different but you would believe you're a werewolf, or you would have animalistic abilities.
Tendencies.
So I read I found this YouTube page. I wish I remember what it was so I can give them credit, but it's a guy, and he pretty much just finds internet stories and he tells them, and he'll like put it's kind of like a little similar to Murder My Dude podcast, like with Brian. But he told a story about this kid, and I think in Florida. Shocker, but he was in Florida, and I guess he was acting really strange, and he had a drug problem for a while, and he had a lot of mental health issues, and he was acting real strange with his family, and he was like saying he was going to jump in front of a car and stuff, and like they just kind of chalked up to being not weird. And then he got into an argument with his dad in a restaurant, and then he left. On the way walking back to his house, he like just seen this lady in her garage and like started attacking her. And then the neighbor came over, and he stabbed the neighbor, and then when the husband was there, and then when the cops showed up, he was like chewing at their faces.
Oh my god,
kind of like the guy on bath salts.
Yeah.
But he had no drugs in his system, so they think he might have had this mental disorder where he thought, because he was like growling and like trying to lunge at them like an animalistic
or like
type thing.
wires had gotten crossed after.
Yeah, so imagine it's the 1500s. Oh, he's possessed.
Yeah.
And there's also I don't have it written down, but there's also like this actual like physical disorder where you just grow hair all over your body, like even more so and whatnot. Like that's like where like in like old time like circuses, it'd be like
the wolf boy,
and when they would just actually just have like hair growing everywhere.
I think kind of like Vlad the Impaler just turned into where he would just impale people's heads and drain their blood, and then it turned into vampire, and he was drinking blood.
Tell one person something, and then
so it's kind of like now we're at a point where it's like he vampires are afraid of Catholics and crosses and garlic. And it literally was just this guy who just killed people. Like he never drank blood or anything like that.
I do like how it builds its own character, like legacy, and like I like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like with a wolf, it's like
vampires can't be seen in a mirror. Like that's cool. Like, that has that trait. I mean, it might be bullshit, but I mean,
it is. It's just like along the way, it's like picking up like these little details of like a creature, and so like that's what, because I'm all conspiracy theory all the time, so I keep trying to look for like deep dives, and I just kept finding just storytelling, and I was like, I have been defeated on this one.
Yeah, it's tough because it is one where it is hard to figure out where pop culture meets maybe a true account of stories. Like the closest you're gonna get is within the Roman I guess gods, or like Greek gods with and then
and then the other idea behind it, then like more on our more so our technically and like scientifically advanced age, it's just like, I mean, the idea of human animal hybrids in our day and age, like it's not a far off thing. Like I told Paul I was going to read this text that he had sent me an hour ago, that I didn't actually know that that Stalin actually worked, like he wanted to use animal human hybrids in his
Army.
army. So it's
We can imagine that, and then well, the powers you'd have if you had, in theory, the
Mhm.
powers of human and wolf. Like that's pretty cool. They
yeah,
can
it's like kind of
lunge
like
a
the
person.
it's kind of like the super soldier
Yeah.
idea with like in like America, but it says like if you look at the Soviet Union in the early 50s, Stalin was obsessed with creating hybrids to use for the army. That's some wild stuff. And even now human genes are spliced with lab rats to test medications on. This isn't science fiction anymore because we've done it and it's horrifying. And it's way more boring to people than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Where it's like this actual thing, and because he and I were also going
Well, they're growing
down,
ears on rats and like
yeah, they're literally like splicing animals and humans together to be able to test medications and stuff on.
Mhm.
And there is like we were talking, Paul and I were talking about how like it seems like there's like this weird cycle of like in Hollywood or in pop culture where it's like every couple of years like we come out with like people are obsessed with the werewolf again, or people are obsessed with this. Now we
Yeah.
have movies like A24 is putting out Lamb, which is a movie of it's these two scientists in I think Sweden, I'm not sure where, but she and him are married and they can't have kids, and so then just the trailer because it comes out tomorrow. I don't know, but basically, it literally is just it's literally a child that is born from a sheep, but it has like human child's body with a lamb's head, and these people are
Huh.
taking care of it because it's like, oh, well, we can't have kids and blah blah blah. So
Yeah.
then it's just like, oh, everything's fine, but like the animals are trying to like kill it because it's like, oh, this is an abomination. We're supposed to kill this.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, is the baby hungry?
That's literally what it is. And it's like she's
Go
like
point for
holding it
Saturday
like
Night
a
Live.
child, like
Like-
she's holding it like it has like holding it like an infant. It's just like a sheep.
What if
head.
it's fully intelligent human, like literally can do but just can't speak like English and it can't speak
can't
at
speak
all.
human?
It just
And that's I think what it is. Like it shows like images of like she's walking like in like this grassy plain. It has like just like a little girl's like skirt on.
Yeah.
It's just like holding her hand
And a
like
sheep
this,
head.
and it just has a sheep's head. But
That's
then
funny.
also, what is the Netflix show that recently came
Sweet
out?
Tooth.
Sweet Tooth.
I didn't see that one.
Yes. So it's a comic originally written and drawn by Jeff Lemire, and it's about a goat boy or a deer boy, and he has horns.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's a post-apocalyptic, and it's like, oh well, he's a deer, and like, why is
So it's like it's coming around again, where it's like that fad is coming back, and it's just like why? Like it's
I think we're gonna be
You know
on
what?
another verge of a
it's-
werewolf, not werewolf, vampires. They're gonna get popular again soon.
Well, yeah, I mean, it does that, but it's like people are given so much of something. Well, it's not supposed to get popular, right?
Mhm,
They're given so much, and then they get tired of it. They don't want to hear about it anymore.
mhm.
Then after time, they go, "Hey, whatever happened to that?" And one guy does it. Well, let's bring back the show. See how it does.
Yeah.
Then another one comes. And then that's just the circle. Of
Like
all.
the zombie craze.
Yeah, the zombie thing was so hot. Now it's basically dead.
Mhm.
You know,
It was. It
will
was
be
like,
back
It had,
again.
it had like a strong 10
couple
years.
years there. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really strong. Walking Dead was the number one, and I mean, people that were
Like-
never even talk about hard.
And now
I think there's like
playing.
4 or 5 vampire video games coming out like within the next year or two, and Blade's coming back.
Yeah,
So I think vampires are gonna get another resurgence.
maybe it was really at its height with what was the age of True Blood.
True Blood
Yeah.
and Twilight were on.
Oh
the
yeah,
same
they were
time.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like that thing again where it's like, and it's also odd that like we picked to do this, and I was just like, wait a minute, Lamb and Sweet Tooth,
Nah.
where it's like all of like these like weird like genome split between animals and this and that, and like a lot of people are saying that Lamb is more of like a bestiality thing,
Oh boy.
which is like also like another thing that a lot of people like I've also seen like talking about werewolves, where it's literally just like a man finds a female wolf and like creates something, and like that's what it is. So it's like that's gross, but I mean it's a theory.
Yeah.
I mean, women hook up with dogs too. I'm just saying.
Yeah. What if it was
Throwing it all on our plate.
a male wolf with
Yeah.
a female
I
human?
mean, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't care. I don't really care
The
what
combination.
semen it is, but it's going in not a human
Yeah.
or vice versa.
I think this is just my theory. I think when people are like, I got fucking attacked by a werewolf, they're just embarrassed, and it was just probably a regular wolf or a dog.
Yeah,
But they had to like hype it up, be like, well, it wasn't like a regular one.
But I mean,
Oh yeah, it's like
but if you say you
somebody's
got,
pet chihuahua,
Yeah.
like in the woods, like
I don't think it's that. Like if you got attacked by a wolf, that's not like, oh, it was a duck that beat you up. It
Yeah.
was a wolf. Like yeah,
was-
they're pretty.
Yeah, but
tough.
back in the day, like you're wearing all that fur, and you're wearing half the fucking forest,
and that's why people might have thought might have been someone wearing like a wolf's head, because they used to do that.
Yeah.
Kill
That's
the wolf
the-
and put the pelt
they're
on.
like,
with the
my
belt.
dad fucking has 14 wolf
Vikings would
hoodies.
do that.
I got 14 wolf hoodies looking at me from my dad's closet, and I get fucked up by a wolf. I can't go home and tell there was a giant fucking wolf, Dad.
But yeah, they would do that. Like Vikings would do that. They were called berserkers.
Yeah.
And they would actually they would literally just strip naked and just wear the skins. And I mean,
Of the animal.
granted, like they would use some sort of herb in their alcohol, like their beer or whatnot, or their mead or whatnot, that was like very hallucinogenic. And so they were just like, that could have a lot to do with it.
Yeah. Well, and another thing too, like I think men in society and culture, a lot of time, if you're not like ape-like, one of the main things that a lot of cultures would latch onto is dog or wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's like, that's like always
Well,
like
they're kind of viewed as like powerful. So yeah,
yeah.
if you're gonna be half wolf, then
Native Americans were big on
hamster.
Vikings, were big on wolves.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of
But like I see what you're saying, because like I mean in Norway or in like our country in America or whatnot, there's not gorillas walking around.
Mhm.
So it's like there's really nothing like an ape.
and I'm sure
for
wolves
us
are
to-
big in
Yeah.
North in that.
Well, I always think of like
Europe.
I mean, it would just be like, what's the apex hunter in
Yeah.
that region?
Mhm.
And so then it would just kind of be like, oh yes, us as warriors have to emulate the biggest apex predator.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the whole like I figure.
And
it
I
out,
think
basically.
wolves are seen because more intelligent and stuff too, because they hunt in packs,
Mhm.
and there's that unity.
And I think like a wolf is more intelligent than a cow, I would think. You
Yeah.
know? So
Mhm.
like in terms
Cows
of
are
where
kinda
cow.
dumb.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cows are kind of
They're very cute.
Yeah.
like jungles, like a lot of them are just go to panthers or
Gorilla,
lions or,
Gorilla,
yeah.
gorillas, yeah.
Mhm.
Where in these northern spots,
Yeah, they didn't have that.
Bears or
Yeah, bears, but the werebear is a thing. So
Mhm. Yeah.
I like it.
So let me go through here, and like I had the like the St. Patrick thing that I wanted to read.
I like the idea of like you can only turn into it once a month when the full moon. So you get a whole day, technically, because there's a full moon still during the day. It's just not up unless you have to be hit by
dark time of the month, ladies.
lunar light.
Well,
Gonna
it's
turn to a wolf.
I wish.
Yeah.
Honest to God,
Wouldn't it
maybe
be awesome.
maybe like Chads like wouldn't like make fun of women for periods and everything. Maybe if we just
What
turn
if-
into apex predators
We
and just
should write a
kill
movie
people.
where we turn into wolves. You still have periods. We have wolves.
No.
Yeah, no.
I want to be a
You
wolf.
can't get what you want.
But it's just a bloody
The Bible
wolf.
says
Oh God,
men go before women, and
it
I
probably-
didn't make the rules.
it
God
probably-
did.
It probably
Listen,
does.
I don't care how many ribs you have, but I'm turning into a fucking wolf if I have to bleed every month.
Nope.
Okay.
No, here's
And
the
that's why.
this is
Okay,
my
well, I'll turn
universe.
into a vampire because we have to take the blood that we lose.
yes,
You have to, yeah, have to
like a
replace
crazy straw
It. You have to replace it.
Oh god.
goes over on your eyes.
Crazy straw, shut the fuck up.
Anyway, yeah, but like in this universe, when the guy's like, "Oh fuck, it's my time of the month, bro," and the girl's like, "Ew, you're gonna turn into a dog. You're gonna stink."
Ew.
Well, a dog or a hybrid creature, because that's a little bit different.
Stop biting the furniture.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. You turn into a like lady, or you turn into a
Aw.
werebeast.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it'd
You
be
just turn
funny.
into a Saint Bernard.
It would be funny if like women treated our werewolfisms as like weird as we treat their menstruation month. They're like, "Oh god, oh my god, go
I mean,
away."
Maybe, but it's like
In my universe, that's the
a
comedy
girl on a
aspect.
period couldn't kill you. Well, I mean, she could kill you, but I mean, like-
Legally, they're allowed to.
but I mean, okay.
Serious. There has been court cases one, I believe.
Where because they were like, I was on my period.
Well,
And
I
they're like,
don't think
okay.
I don't think it's legal to say I can kill someone because I'm on my period.
Yeah,
I think there was.
I'm sure in certain states.
No. I don't think that's a rule anywhere.
I would probably
I
hang out
can-
with a werewolf before I hang out with a really upset girl on her period. I'm taking the chance. With
I
a werewolf.
mean, I understand.
Yeah, hey, that's up to you. I mean, it's
Yeah.
You would handle it the same way. either feed them, like give them treats, candies, snacks.
If you walk
Yeah.
into the room,
Heidi does really good when I get her junk food during her period.
you're
It's
digging a
true.
hole here, and you're just getting
No,
deeper.
that's the truth.
I'm waiting for the other thing. You're just like
Yeah.
either snacks or, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, or what?
Yeah, or what?
No, nothing else. Just snacks.
Okay, that's
I don't
fine.
know. I think I would
I thought you were
take
gonna say tie him up outside.
my chances with a woman on a period are better for living than my chances with a werewolf.
I mean, yeah.
What if
In
it's
a world
what if
that
it's
they
an
both-
Irish Scottish werewolf where they're not that bad?
Well, then they're a good guy. Yeah, they're a
there's-
good guy.
Oh, dude, give him a point to be all right.
Your Irish accent is terrible.
I know.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Everyone talks like fucking
Say potatoes in your accent.
potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah, potato.
Potato. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Everyone's all like the Lucky Charms guy.
No, he sounds Irish.
I don't know.
All right, so let me read the St. Patrick thing. It is said that when St. Patrick was preaching Christianity in the land, there was one great race more hostile to him than any other people that were in the land. And these men tried to do him many kinds of injury. And when he preached Christianity to them as other men and came to meet him, what? Oh, when they were holding their assembly, and they took to his council to howl at him like wolves. But which is very funny.
I think that would chase off any religious people.
Yeah, but when he saw that his message would succeed little with these people, then he became very wroth. Like, I like the way this is written,
Mhm.
and prayed God that he might avenge it onto them by some judgment, and their descendants might forever remember their disobedience. And great punishment and fit and very wonderful has since befallen their descendants. For it is said that all men who came from that race are always wolves at a certain time, and run into the woods to take food like wolves. And they are worse in this, that they have human reason for all their cunning and such desire and greed for men as for other creatures. And it is said that some
my.
become
So I can take the Bible
every
serious.
7th year and are men during the interval.
Let's break this down.
And some have so long that they have 7 years once and
I-
are never so after.
There is a lot of 7 years, 7 son of a 7 son.
Yeah, there's a lot of
That's
7.
that's the good.
And
That's the good
Let's
number.
break this down in modern days. I want to teach you my religion. No, I ain't having it. You're a fucking werewolf. You're an animal. You turn into an animal because you don't believe me.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly what it is.
And they're in what?
And all your people turn into animals because you don't listen to what I say.
They're probably pagan.
yeah.
They're probably pagans.
And they're probably
Or
just like, he was
Even
like,
if they
"We're-"
weren't.
Yeah,
Like,
and they just start howling at him. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's so funny. Like, I just see like a classroom with like a substitute teacher. There's just a bunch of kids, and he's just like, "Ow!" And he's just like, "Oh,
I'll tell him upstairs. He'll fucking turn you into a
and they're like, "Do it!" Ow!
You'll be heathens for the rest of your days.
He's probably like, I talked to God.
Yeah.
He's gonna fucking get you. You howl. You're gonna
Oh
turn
my
into a
God.
real wolf.
I
And they're
don't know
like,
why you don't believe me about Jesus, but
We're we're gonna fuck with
I
Patty.
tell you.
Everyone glue pubes on their face.
Yeah.
I thought
He's
that
got a
was-
hairy face.
Imagine there's some Irish guy comes in, right? Nobody in your town's Irish. This guy comes in, starts talking about Jesus. What the fuck is this guy talking about?
You know, the Irish. There's a guy who walks around that looks like Jesus, and he got beat up in Hazelton.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh, God.
I'm saying this scenario.
Mhm.
Some Irish guy named Patrick comes and starts telling people that are obviously not probably Irish about Jesus, and they're like, "What the fuck? No, get out of here."
Can we also talk that he was probably racist as hell?
Oh,
too?
I'm sure
because
he
he was
was,
just like,
yeah.
this one race was more barbaric and they wouldn't
Yeah.
listen to me.
And it was probably just people that live like over the mountain, you know, like
Yeah.
And they're like, wait a minute, like there's
And it's-
rules and like what we can do.
Yeah, and it's terrible because people that are religious listen to him like, yeah, fuck them people. Yeah,
Yeah.
they should have listened to him.
And I want to cast down God's wrath and
Yeah,
make
like-
them these evil dogs.
And it's like, what?
I just had to throw
oh,
that in because I thought it was very
The
funny.
old timey religion is so crazy, and people just like they just immediately accept it as true.
Lady's tail shadow.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a shadow person.
Oh,
So St. Patrick was condemning people, saying they were
Wolves.
werewolves.
Yeah.
because they wouldn't
while
listen to his,
he was
preaching.
chasing them, the snakes out of
yeah.
Yeah.
out of
I
Scotland.
want to
like
chase
Europe?
the snakes to the werewolf land.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, that's
like
what he did.
werewolves and vampires and fucking and what's in like north like that Eastern European what's that? There's another cryptid or thing that's like really popular.
I should've
Oh, like
told
the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde
Mhm.
stuff, like the Yeah.
The shapeshifter type
Shape shifting. Yeah. That's a big up there.
Mm-hmm.
This might be something we might have to part 2. You have to come back
It's
to
gonna have
this.
to be because there's so much that I was going through. I was just like,
And it does say that most of them do have a healing factor once they transform. So that would explain how you could physically transform. Oh, I'm all fucked up. But then you would immediately heal. And then silver is to keep you from healing. And they said like a silver restraint could keep the werewolf in its form or in its human form.
And I also heard that apparently there was like another, like the way to bring you back into human after you transform, to bring you back. The only thing that brings you back is if you wear your original clothes that you transformed in. So you just see I just see this giant werewolf trying to like put on like
okay,
and like his shirt and be like,
no, that's a bunch of bullshit.
It worked. Like because he's wearing everything. It didn't work. You didn't get my underwear.
Think about it. If you transformed, right? What were you wearing when you transformed? Your original clothes.
Ripped.
So when you turn, but if they're ripped, you can't possibly put them back on because you're too big. No, you couldn't because you can't make it bigger.
Never turn it back.
So that makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, another Hollywood trope.
Can't put Bruce Banner's shirt on because it's gone.
No, the shirt rips, but the pants are super stretchy.
Well, I mean, how else he can't be naked and have his dick hanging out? So that's why.
Incredible Hulk, baby.
And his pants turn purple too.
Yeah.
His pants turn purple.
They're super
if my pants turn purple, I'll turn into the Hulk all day long.
Hulk was rocking leggings back in the day. Anyway, another Hollywood trope with that too was you have to kill the original werewolf that bit you. If you kill the original wolf that bit you, then you change it back.
See, I don't like that one either because I think once you have it. So that guy could die. Because let's say that guy dies of old age. Then does all the werewolves he turned and turn back into non-people werewolves? So that's why I don't like the logic.
Yeah.
You gotta think these things out.
Or I think
like time travel.
Like, well, that's the thing too. Like when you kill, you have to either kill with this. Like you have to, if it dies natural cause, I guess you're good. But if it's execute like by beheading or by silver, then it changes back.
But like, who decides that?
Hollywood.
Like the celestial beings. Oh, he didn't die that way, so keep that werewolf line going.
Well, for how stupid and crazy it sounds, like that we say Hollywood did it. Like back in the day, like the way we cured people of vampirism is we went in there and cut their heart out, then lit it on fire, and then
it's true.
Spun around 4 times and put a potato in the attic.
Put a cage over their graves in case they come back. You know? That's all true. People thought that. People probably still think that in places.
Yeah, there's probably like I said, there's probably some backwood Eastern European villages that we would consider rednecks, where they're just like mountain people, and they're like, fucking werewolves.
Even like people say things nowadays like, oh, we do this to get rid of the cold. No, that don't fucking work. That's just some goofy wives' tale. There's no scientifical reason why that would work.
Yeah.
You know, like the Spanish thing, oh, put the egg under your bed if it fries. No.
No, you know what
that ain't happening.
No, what Spanish use for everything. You know what the cure-all for Spanish people? I've been learning this.
Vicks.
Vicks.
Fucking use Vicks on every. Yo, do you think it's a game? Fucking sore muscle, throw some Vicks on that bitch.
Well, yeah, but that's why it was designed.
It was also designed to like people. I know people who put on their skin for like acne, like to get rid of a pimple. Like
Does it work?
Well, that would make sense because of the menthol in it.
Yeah,
it's fucking
menthol is a
crazy.
cooling agent, but like if you have like a headache, you put it on your head, and probably not going to cure your headache. Might make your skin feel a little bit better, but yeah, muscle pain. That's kind of like. And then open up
I feel a little sniff. I just throw a little fucking right on my anti-Hitler. Throw a little Vicks on there.
But I used to put like as a kid.
I want main vein it.
I don't like it. I don't use it for anything.
I smell it now, and I just think of like my mom rubbing it on my chest as a kid.
Oh yeah, old people. Yeah, in fact, that's.
I mean, it worked, but I could also smell it. The
smoke
whole
this
night.
Cool. Menthol.
It works for me.
I'm not sick anymore. Yeah.
It's not like Marge's sister.
Yeah.
So where do you land? And we'll come to you. You're gonna believe it. You're fucking. You're buying.
You don't even know.
You're subscribing.
You
to this.
don't even fucking.
You're
know,
clicking
dude.
the bell. Andy, where do you fall on the werewolves?
Obviously now there isn't any, but maybe back in the day.
You think they were all executed?
Yeah, because going off some of this, if you killed them, right? Let's say you killed there was 100, right? And you start killing them, and now there's only one, but they didn't turn anymore. Once you kill them, then it's over, right?
Or maybe because
if they couldn't spread it, they would be annihilated. It's kind of like an endangered species, right?
Or like the ones who have turned, or like turn and they turn, like they're like kill people now. They live up in the woods. They stay away from people.
No, because then it would still exist, and they would still be able to turn someone.
Yeah,
I'm
but they
sorry.
don't. They just stay away from civilization.
but they
Because during
still-
that time, they
they
were
s-
hunted and
But they still exist. I'm saying if there was one left, and he was the only one left, and then he died, then lycanthropy is dead.
Yeah.
Because it can't possibly.
But I think
But
I
if
think
there was
in,
ones left in the hills, then yes, it's still alive.
but I
Well,
think in
they say
werewolf culture too,
during-
I don't think you age anymore. I think like you stay like it's.
I think your human form ages, but your wolf doesn't. Then maybe if you like, you could stay a wolf. I don't know. I'm sure there's
Well,
all
I
different
mean,
types and different.
Going with that theory of like there
canons.
was some and then they executed them all. There's a lot of scholars and a lot of people always talk about how during like the Salem witch trials, how there was equally and just as like severe as there were witch trials for people that they thought were werewolves.
Wow.
Or vampires.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sure
so,
they were afraid
I mean,
of all that.
they was killing everybody back then.
Yeah.
So like
He's got Steve's got diarrhea.
Yeah,
He's gonna turn
kill
into
him.
fucking.
kill him.
Yeah, any reason to kill people. They were evil people. Like everyone thinks the Puritans and stuff were like the highest of high, paladin good. No, they were evil because
Yeah.
they wanted all they wanted to do is kill people.
Yeah, well,
In the name of God.
He's got a deformity. Kill him.
yeah,
You know,
deformities.
God
He's
wants
nuts. Kill
him.
him.
Yeah,
God wants us to kill him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Paul fell down a wall. Now he can't walk right. Kill him. You know, it's like
he can't use that plow anymore.
yeah.
Well, good is he?
It's like they were evil, and like
Yeah.
people are like, oh, Puritans are so good, and no, they weren't.
Nah.
Yeah,
Native Americans are much better.
yeah, we got it all
heck yeah.
figured out. We
I mean,
never
there
did
was
anything wrong in
evil
this
ones
country.
too. Anyway, so that's why I think maybe at one time there was like I think at one time dragons were real.
I
And they-
agree.
and they got killed off
I agree.
because they're in all the old ancient stuff. So
I definitely agree with
did
that.
everyone create a dragon in their stories? No. How could that be? Everyone could create
Or that's an-
dogs because dogs were everywhere.
Mhm.
You
Or
know?
that was like I believe like that might have been like an alternate timeline where it's like timelines like come in and then like
Oh,
it comes back out.
Possible. I just believe that dragons were
Like an
extinct.
actual thing.
yes, just like dinosaurs. Is it that far off?
Not
a
really.
pterodactyl and a dragon?
No.
Not really. No.
And they're just like, oh, we predate this to be this time.
Yeah. So I mean, it's possible. You know.
I agree.
I mean, think of the first person that. What did the first person see in a hippo think? What is this? It's a fucking monster.
A wereopotamus.
Think about it. 'cause
A wereopotamus.
every animal had to be discovered at
Mhm.
some point, right? So
and
what
that
did those
first
people
person,
think?
yeah, we're like, what the hell is
Yeah.
this?
First person that seen a kangaroo.
Could you imagine?
Yeah,
Dude, there's fucking. Them things
and try
They're jacked as hell.
imagine you go back
walk up on you,
telling
And they're
people,
like,
talking shit, boy.
telling people. Well, actually, in my game, they have like no.
No, but they puff their.
they
fucking
puff
Yeah,
chest
they
when
do.
out.
they go to
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
They like
Yeah, because they
angle
jump
in.
up and they kick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lean on their tail and just fucking
Now imagine
boot the ever living shit out of you.
you've seen that, and no one else has seen it, and you have to
Or
describe.
go
that to
home and
someone.
kill myself,
People would say you're fucking nuts,
dude. If I didn't know, if I
You're
had no
insane.
knowledge of what a fucking kangaroo was, and one ran up
Yeah.
like, dude, there was a video of a kangaroo like just fucking scratched at someone's fucking
Yeah,
door.
it's so scary.
Dude, I would cut my own throat out with a spoon.
You'd be like this weird dog thing that looked kind of like had a long tail, like almost like a snake or something,
Dude,
and
it's fucking muscles.
And
Or like,
yeah.
jacked as
and it
fuck.
jumped like a rabbit. In fact, it looked kind of like a rabbit,
It's like
but
a horse
dog
rabbit.
he
Yeah.
fucking leaned back on his tail and fucking
And it jumped
double booted.
It jumped 8 feet in the air. Is that any crazier than stories about the Mothman?
And then its fucking stomach start rumbling and moving.
And a
And
baby
a
one came out.
fucking little head came out
Yeah,
of its belly.
yeah.
Oh
People
my
would think you'd
But-
be committed.
But when the head came out, no blood.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know how it was. It was like a pocket.
Yeah.
I think that's
imagine
so
that.
fucking funny. Like definitely, like could you?
Yeah, whatever, Frank.
Yeah.
Fucking
Fucking
idiot. Sure. Yeah.
You hear that,
Whatever the didgeridoo.
didgeridoo.
I think it's actually like something like with physics that every time a kangaroo like
You
jumps
hear a
by, you hear a
didgeridoo.
didgeridoo. Like it's
Right.
like a law of the
Crash
universe.
Bandicoot, yeah. So I believe it. At some point there was some type of maybe not a hybrid, but maybe like a wolf that was like walked on its hind legs or something, like a wolf gorilla. if you
Wait a
think-
minute.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think there's a reason why you believe in that.
Mike Lamb something. Oh, geez, how about that?
Characters is a
Yeah.
little-
I would- that would be
no,
awesome.
dude.
I mean, vampire would be the first thing I wanted to be. You know, if I had to pick all the cryptids.
If you can choose between a werewolf and a vampire, you're going vampire.
yeah, because they have more powers. Yeah, the downfall is you gotta drink blood for sustenance. But you could turn invisible. You can turn into a wolf. You can turn into a bat. You know.
You can't turn a wolf as a vampire.
Yeah, so yeah. You can
No.
You can turn into mist.
Stop it. You can't turn into a wolf.
This is
you can't
all.
get that one.
This
too.
is all things.
I'm scratching that one off your list.
Oh my
No.
God.
These are all the vampire lore. These are all things that yes, you have weaknesses to, like they say, garlic or the sun.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I think I'd rather be a vampire. Werewolves don't really come out in the day, although they can, unless it's saying that you can only be powered by moonlight, and not the fact that it is a full moon. Think about it. The full moon is all day.
I believe more in that, especially just because of like the idea of like, well, like when people would call people lunatics
Yes.
back in the day, because like the idea, and I know
Yeah.
of the moon, like and people are always like, it's a full moon, people are a little crazy today, which I fully invest in, because, and I always say this, and every time anybody like looks at me weird, I'm just kind of like, the moon controls the tides on our planet. So it's like we are made up of over 70% water. Who is to say that the moon does not control what goes on within us?
Yeah.
So like when people are like, no, like that's so stupid, like, oh, like giving me this face, I'm just like, it's literally science. Like it's literally science.
The only argument could say is, well, we don't have salt water. That's, I don't know.
Well,
but it makes
you do, because when you in your tears.
Yeah, you make a good point. It's not that
Ladies
outrageous.
and gentlemen.
Hate it.
But like that's people always say.
Well, just like if you don't get sunlight, it could affect your moods.
Yeah,
so,
when you're vitamin D deficient, that really fucks you up.
It's not.
See, I think if I'm choosing,
crazy.
I'm choosing werewolf.
Okay.
But I choose to be a werewolf who doesn't turn into a giant monster creature werewolf. I want to be the one where I can flip between human and wolf and stay as a normal looking wolf.
I don't think that would be called a werewolf then. Because
Depends on what lore you're looking at.
I think a werewolf by itself, I think then you would be.
Well, there's wolf man and
Like a
werewolves.
shapeshifter.
Yeah, then you would be a shapeshifter where all you did was turn into a wolf. Because you're not a werewolf, because a werewolf is a hybrid.
You tell Team Jacob that. The Twilight.
But he is,
There's a reason why I didn't even bring that shit up.
does he turn into a fool? I've never seen the movie.
turns into a. He's just like him and his family are
It's an
werewolves, and
actual
they
wolf.
turn into actual wolves.
Oh, they don't turn into hybrids?
No.
Oh, that's
No.
stupid.
Yeah.
But-
Well, True Blood, that was the same way too. They didn't turn into big monsters.
Oh,
They
really?
turned into actual wolves.
But then I see. Then you're not a werewolf. You're
'Cause you're not a
human
man
that turns
wolf.
into a wolf. Yeah, you're not a hybrid.
Well, some people would define werewolf and wolf men as two different. A wolf man would be when you turn into a big monster, and a werewolf would be somewhere. It could be either way. Because like
It's kind of,
depends on like I said, you in the 80s horror movies,
Yeah.
80s and early 90s, you turn into a wolf man.
yeah.
Like 2000 up, you
Mhm.
turn into a wolf.
But what would you be more afraid of? A wolf or a wolf man?
Wolfman.
I'm not
Yeah.
looking for I think either way, if a wolf comes up on you,
Yeah.
you have fear.
Yes, but what would you
True.
have more fear of? A wolf or a wolf man?
The wolf man.
Yes.
But also, I feel camouflage wise, easier to be a wolf.
Well, no,
Then be a
because
wolf
you
man.
get the powers of a wolf, so you can be sneaky.
Yeah, but you're still fucking huge.
Yeah, I
Can
mean,
you
so-
imagine like hiding behind like a
yeah,
tree?
and like a
as
cat, like when a cat
werewolf?
hides behind like a can't see me.
Yeah.
And a wolf is just like, I'm a fucking regular ass wolf.
Like,
my guy.
I wouldn't make a movie where they turn the wolves because like, oh, we'll just fucking shoot it. And like, I mean, yeah, you can shoot the werewolf, but like, the werewolf is much more impressive than it's a wolf, it's a dog.
Because he's humanoid, he's on two legs. He can
Because
fucking
a wolf exists.
chuck
Like,
and jive.
people are used to wolves. Like, well, not used, but it's something in the world that exists. But a wolf man is like, oh shit, So that's why, like, a movie about a guy that turns a wolf. Well, who cares?
Yeah.
A movie about a guy that turns a wolf man, a hybrid creature that has the.
And a
powers
lot of the
both.
times when they're wolves like that, they also hunt. They're also in packs as well. Like wolf,
Yeah.
like they're always in
like a pack of wolves, yeah, but it's
But
not.
wolfmen, you're kind of always flying solo.
It's not like grandiose. It's just a pack of wolves. Who cares?
Pretty scary.
Like
Listen, if you were in the middle of the
there's a pack
woods
of bunnies, yeah, it's scary. But
and
what's
a pack of
scarier?
wolves, you're like, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
what if a pack of werewolves come?
Well, I mean, that's fucking.
See what I'm saying? It's exponentially more impressive and scary.
But in the
and better.
in the lexicon, where wolfmen don't travel in packs, they're solo stars.
Well, still, would you rather fight a pack of wolves or one werewolf?
One werewolf.
I'd rather probably fight the pack of wolves.
It's a lot, man. Would you rather fight
5 to 6 wolves? But they don't like wolves are smart, but a werewolf has human intelligence.
if
But it might be beast.
What if I gave you a bat
Mm-hmm.
and you had to fight
Swing away, Meryl.
200 8-year-olds?
Mm-hmm.
Would you win that fight? 200.
200. Well, I don't
A
think
pack of 8-year-olds.
I don't think anything could. That wouldn't be a pack. That's much more than a pack.
Yeah.
A pack would
That's
be
a
like
mob.
15.
28-year-olds.
Okay. Yeah.
With a baseball bat?
Yeah, I can take 28-year-olds.
I don't know, man. It's a lot of it.
They're 8-year-olds.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the pack.
Now, when you
idea.
increase the numbers, yes, you would
Yeah.
eventually be overcome.
Yeah.
But 20. What if you had?
Don't hit 8-year-olds.
What if you had a
So
sword?
baby.
What if you had a big Zweihander? When you just cut them down. I hate kids, so fucking cut them down. Fuck those kids. Not literally.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You were the king from academia.
Yes.
You're just frying those kids. And
Yeah,
Zeus is like, you need to stop.
You need to chill,
I do
bro.
a lot of
Hey,
fucked up shit, but you need to
your
stop.
pants, Zeus.
least-
I'm eating these kids.
At least the kid I abandoned on Earth, I gave him fucking super strength.
Well, he abandoned a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Then his dick got cut off and it fell into the ocean. Aphrodite was born.
That how Willie went down.
Mm-hmm. And grow back.
Okay. Well, he's God, you know.
It was like a lizard's
Yeah.
tail.
He draws when he's scared.
It turned into sea foam first, and then Aphrodite was born of
Lady
the
of the
act of the
half-shell.
penis turning into sea foam.
How do you feel about that as a woman? Would you
What?
rather be born
Of penis
as a rib or a cut off wiener?
Or would you rather be born of? Yeah, let's make it
Dirt and a rib.
a little more nice here.
I'd ra-
Born of rib or born of phallus?
I mean, technically, we're all born of a phallus at some point.
I'd rather be born of dirt than any of that.
Like Wonder Woman was molded out of clay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
You know they shaped it like a little phallic.
Her baby form?
Maybe
Yeah.
Her as a baby?
that's perverse.
Yeah. I know
You're
they,
fucked up.
no, I don't think there's any DC comic where they give baby Wonder Woman shaped like a penis.
You didn't see how that. Oh, listen, you give
No,
anyone
I
clay.
did see it.
You give
No.
anyone clay, everyone makes a dick with the clay. They're like, how funny is this? All right, I'll start fucking around. You ever been in art class? They give you Play-Doh. Every fucking kid's like,
I mean,
here's a frog.
I can't say I've ever done that.
I haven't either. I made an ashtray
I'll-
when they said don't make an ashtray. That's what I,
And you said, fuck you. And I'm gonna get that.
Yeah. Maybe I'm the only one. If you're in the chat or you're
No.
watching later, if I handed you Play-Doh, what are you making first? It's a dick. It's a dick and balls. If you're a guy, at least if you went to Montana.
if you're a guy, what's that saying?
Listen, we're upset. We're like,
What's-
you ever
what's
see
the- what-
Superbad? You ever see Superbad?
Yeah.
I just had a problem. Just fucking just drew every time piece of paper and pen were in hand. I just drew a dick.
Well, isn't that on psychological level? Isn't that
Maybe.
saying
I
something?
think so.
Maybe
This is a society that's. I'm not getting into it.
couldn't
I'm not because I
couldn't
could go
eat,
anywhere.
couldn't eat any phallic shaped foods. And you know what foods are all shaped like phallics? The best kind.
I don't know.
Good.
Banana hamburger.
Banana,
I'll
hot
go with
dogs,
the hamburger.
ice cream cones.
If
I
your
don't know.
dick
That-
looks
that
like an
was what-
ice cream
yeah, you have a
cone,
problem.
Don't
you
shame
got a
us.
big problem.
I'll give you a banana, hot dog, and pickle,
Pickles are pretty
Pickles
good.
are so good.
pretty
and
good.
that's about all I'll give you.
Kielbasi.
That would. We'll,
That
we'll,
looks like-
we'll put that all with hot dog.
Once again,
The
don't judge
ring?
us. Don't judge us.
The ring of kielbasi. The fuck is wrong with you?
Listen, it's got to go somewhere.
I do believe in the werewolves, though. But
Are you subscribed to him where you think they were a part of culture at one time and they were all killed off?
I think it's a possibility. I need to wrap my head because this is literally the first time I've ever deep dived into werewolves because I was just kind of like, it
Well, I
was
only give you
so-
really a week to work on it too.
But I mean, it was also like, that's one thing that I've never looked into because it was just so Hollywoodized that I was just like, whatever. Like, it didn't
But the
interest
truth behind
me.
illusion, it's in front of our face because it's Hollywoodized. Maybe it is something that actually
Well,
once existed.
And that's another thing. That's what I was. Well, that's what I was gonna say because it's just like I mean, people that know me, it's obvious that I'm just like I'm not a fan of Hollywood. I'm a big conspiracy theorist, so it's one of those things where it's just like I think that there is a reason to everything. Like I think there's a lot more behind. Like, oh yeah, this company is gonna push this movie because we know it'll sell. There are some really shitty movies out there that people pushed into the box office and said,
Yes.
yeah, it did so good. And it was just like, no. Somebody wanted this. to be up
Yeah.
front.
Because it's I think a lot of music like, oh, this is a hot new song. Well, who said?
No, like like
how to
it's
become the hot new song?
exactly
Because
like
the
that's
radio station that people listen to said
that
you
they
should listen to this
flood
because
they flood into
see?
people's ears with
believe
with the
that, yeah.
same monotonous beats
Just
over
like
and over again that get stuck into your head.
when they say, oh, this type of music isn't popular anymore. Oh, it ain't. Well, who'd you ask?
Exactly,
Like,
and it's just
you know, like it's like because there's fans of all types of music. So when does it like, oh, we don't listen to that no more? Well, why
Yeah.
don't we? And
It's
why
because
can't
it's a
like that's so stupid.
See, and I'm also a firm believer. It's just like there's a reason why they call a TV program. It's because you're programmed to watch it. You're programmed to watch it and take what you want from it. So
Sure.
it's one of those things where it's just like,
Well, I think any mental stimulation, whether it be a book, podcast, TV,
Story,
anything,
mhm.
if it doesn't scratch that itch for you, it's not going to do it for you. You know what I mean? Like you're not
No,
going
that's
to.
true. But I
Yeah.
mean, but to reach the masses,
Yes.
Yeah.
where it's like where like an indie film might reach like a handful of people that really like it, and like they like it's through word of mouth. It has to grow on its own. Like an indie podcast has to grow on its own, unless it gets picked up by a sponsor.
Or you guys share it.
But
Figure
yeah,
it.
I'm not gonna go down on the whole sponsor thing
Yeah.
because we're a podcast that are looking for sponsors. So
Yeah.
like that'd be great if we got sponsored. All
Jeff,
give us that money.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh my god,
Lex Luthor.
Lex
Yeah.
Luthor. But yeah, I think there's something to it. I think I just need to, because I'm more going down to why does it come every couple years? Is there another resurface of it?
Yeah.
Is there another, like, is it's one of those things too where it's like you were saying like, well, whatever happened to that? Oh, what if I write a movie about this? Still, there's like hoops and leaps and bounds and of people that you have to get through.
Could it
and,
just
like,
be
people
considered
that
a
wanna-
fad though?
I mean, yeah, but what's a fad?
Yeah, and like how does the fad
And
start?
how does a fad start?
Mhm.
Because somebody from the top puts something out.
Yeah, like records are big again.
Like
Yeah.
records. Janko jeans are gonna come back.
I still haven't heard Jingle shirts.
if there's
I like the
a
shorts.
guy up top that thinks that they can sell a shit ton of it and like just like whatever.
They find a factory that has boxes and boxes.
Yeah,
We-
and they're just like, look how cool these
We have
jeans are.
bucket
It's
hats for
vintage.
sale.
Yeah, it's
Getting popular again.
You never. Well, fashion does go through cycles,
Mhm.
and stuff goes out.
because
And
I think
comes
it's
back.
I think that's like a nostalgia thing,
Yeah.
especially as like 90s kids. Like
Yeah.
I know me, like I'm obsessed with stuff from the 90s. So anytime there's like a makeup palette that comes out that's
Oh,
like,
baby doll dress.
oh yeah. So literally it's just like I'll buy anything that has like 90s shit on it. And that's a fault. That's,
And
I
then-
have a problem.
And then like someone will see that, like, and let's say there's a young girl, and she'll be like, "Oh, I kind of like that style," and then she'll sort of, So I understand why styles come
Yeah.
back and cycle.
Mhm.
So I'll say my comic book fan, pop culture fan wants these to
Be
be a
real?
thing one time, but I think a lot of it probably is just kind of like the vampire thing, where it just kind of spiraled and picked up traction here and there, and then different cultures added their own flair to it, and then the modern day vampire turned into like just a guy in a castle fucking killing people to this now transforming
Mhm.
demon man who can't be around crosses, garlic, or sunlight.
Mhm.
I think werewolves fall in the same category. I think we had some mental disabilities or people who contracted rabies or whatever it may be. And I think just like in normal human culture, we associate with animals that we either domesticated or we can't domesticate, like, wolves and shit like that. I think it's definitely too uncommon or too common to.
Nope. Hey.
No, there it is. Trying to get rid of this fucking stupid ad. I think it's too uncommon that wolves are in so many different cultures, and I think it's just easier to take that wolf and because it's like humanize it and be
Mhm.
like that's fucking scary. I don't know. I think there is that common brain between people where it is easier to connect those dots. I don't, like I said, I wanted to believe it, but I think that probably falls under like some type of
Now,
disease
do you
or
think-
disorder.
Do you think if lycanthropy is real, is it a curse or is it disease
I think it's more
or both?
I think it's more of a disease, but I also think like the way like some diseases come through bloodlines.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is like that whole idea behind certain bloodlines are cursed,
Yeah,
and
'cause you could
whatnot.
be
Where I mean,
born-
it could be both. That's why like I haven't gone down the correct rabbit hole for me, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, I believe that it could be both in the fact that it's like a bloodline thing that could be cursed.
Okay, and that you could give to someone else.
Yeah.
Transferred.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you say it's more of a
Oh.
like a genetic thing, and if
Almost like
Like
diabetes.
a disease. Yeah, like diabetes or like
Yeah.
whatever, like a
well,
zombie.
diabetes is something we can
You
spark
can't-
on ourselves because we overindulge or whatever
Okay, well,
it
let's
may
do
be.
something
That's
different.
type 2. Type
Yeah.
1, you're born with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I'm trying to think of like if all right.
Okay, let's
So
do-
say if
it's a
this
different
this
disease.
genetic thing
Like sickle cell. There.
Yeah. So this, I'm just saying if it's genetic. So say if like, okay, you have this genetic disorder, and then you have offspring who have this, and then we're old school fucking 1500s white people. We're like, Tori, you and all your kids are fucked up, and they kill Tori and her 5
Yeah.
kids. That now that gene is gone.
It's
Like,
gone
Yeah.
unless they were able to have sex with somebody else.
One
and
was able
yeah.
to escape, or there's multiple bloodlines around the world.
and they all were
that were-
infected or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, not infected. Have that type. It's almost like they said, red hair is evil. You know, well, red hair could
Yeah.
pop up. You know,
Yeah. I
mean,
just
that's
think
a
it's
good way to.
I just think it's overreacting humans.
yeah.
Which is, yeah. And what down to it, what is scarier than a person that is mentally ill to the point where they think that they are a wolf and have human brain coming at you with animalistic tendencies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It definitely, and as humans, we anything that would threaten our status of the food chain is always a fear thing of us.
mhm.
And if it's bigger than us, then it's also terrifying. But
But
if it's
yeah,
bigger, but it has humanistic
always-
characteristics, yeah.
Always be afraid of what you don't understand. That's
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
which I disagree with. Anyway,
I also disagree. With
yeah.
All right, well, that'll do it for werewolves.
They did
Yeah.
say favorite werewolf movies. I don't have any. I really only seen Underworld.
Werewolf in London's good. I want to say, I think I am said it's Silver Bullet. Is that the one with the? If I'm not
That's from
mistaken,
the 80s.
is that the one with the 2 werewolves, the white one and the black one?
I don't. Maybe.
I don't know.
And then I I don't know many werewolves. I know Teen
Yeah.
Wolf, like,
Teen
Yeah.
Wolf's a good one.
but I don't really know many werewolves.
Fun fact of Teen Wolf, very end when he wins the basketball game, there's a kid on the bleachers because they actually use a real high school
Mhm.
of kids in high school, and a kid on the bleachers whips out his ween,
Oh,
and he got caught on camera. And then he went and told all his friends. He goes, "Yo,"
and they didn't
you're
edit
gonna-
What
that
an
out?
idiot.
they had no idea. He was like deep in the
Oh,
bleachers.
so they really can't see.
And
it.
if you're looking for it, you know he does it, but it's not
Oh.
like it's a zoom up.
Yeah.
On it,
So it's kind of.
Stupid.
Why would you want to hurt the other two? You can see it. No,
I'll never understand high school boys.
me
It's
either.
Stupid.
I was one. I hated him when I was in high school. So I know.
that kid just that kid pulled the ultimate.
What a claim to fame! Oh, I whipped my dick out in the movie. You can't really see it.
Some people do a lot less.
I'll take a lot less.
What did you do your whole life? Worked at a factory?
Yeah.
What about you, idiot? I worked at a factory and got my dick on TNT television.
Kind of, but not really. Not really.
I mean, you can't really make it out.
I mean, you can see me going for it.
Yeah, like you can see me holding it.
If you knew,
I'm 2 fingering it right there.
if you knew, you'd probably you'd know. Well,
Yeah.
fucking. If you knew everything, then you know.
And what do you got to plug?
Idiot.
I did plug the Haunted AF podcast. So I like it. Check that out. It's Ghost Stories. 2 girls talk about ghost stories. Haunted AF. Very
All
easy to
right.
find. I don't know, whatever you find podcast.
Tori.
Just I do logos. I stuff. Yeah. And also
If you want one of her nice drawings, you can message her and
Yeah.
she will
Thanks for plugging for me.
give the idea and she will give you a price. And if you like that
and
price,
Clover Designs
Bewitched and Clover
on
Design.
Instagram and Facebook.
Mhm.
yeah. She also does tarot card readings. I don't know if she's doing them right now, but she
And
does
she
They're on
is-
hold, but
she's-
they're on hold, but I do
And
I do usually do them.
And if you hit her up for a free price of free, she'll punch you in the throat.
Okay.
Or you can pay me.
yeah, because
Give me like $20 to punch you in the
now
face.
you're
I'll do
getting
it.
into fetish territory. So in this,
I'll do it.
yeah. Hey, I would punch people too all day long.
Yeah.
That's
Paul and I like to go on vacations. I'll put it in the vacation.
not to make this
fund.
longer, but somebody got messaged one time and it was something like, I will pay you to come and insult me and break pencils and throw them at me. I was like, you should do that.
I had a guy tell me that he would give me money if I sent him videos of me telling him that his mom was a bitch while I wore heels.
Oh, I don't know the connection there.
I would have made 300 videos.
I was like, all right, send me the money first and I'll do it.
Yeah,
And he
well,
never sent me the
oh,
money.
That son of a bitch. It's like, what color heels do you want? Because I'm ready to make this video right now.
I was like, I'll call your mom a bitch any day of the week.
If there's anyone out there, I'm not king shaming, but if you have a fetish and you want me to do it,
Yeah.
dude, if it's something like that's not going to affect me too much, like just talk shit to you, I'll do it 100%.
I'll do any of that weird stuff. If it's just me
He's
on
like,
a
yeah,
video,
will you tell me that will you just say that like my mom shouldn't have treated me like that when I was a kid?
Like
That she's
I
a
can
bitch.
I
And
can
was
move
just
my
like,
kneecap if people are into that.
yeah.
You just wanted me to walk across the street, like the screen, like with just like my heels and be like, yeah, your mom's a fucking bitch.
Yeah. And it's like it zooms on the heels and zooms out. Your mom's a whore.
Dude, I would've-
That's exactly
Dude, could you hit him back up? I'll even help you film it.
Yeah.
We'll just like you could just be like, I'll just be in a room, right?
know what he-
And then you open the bedroom door and
this
you're
is
like,
like 2 years
your
ago.
mom's a fucking bitch. Clink.
It's kind of like the guy in Suicide Squad. Remember his mom? He hit his mom.
Yeah.
Polka dot man.
Pop it up, man. Oh, we could have made so many cool videos.
Man.
That
That's
was like
crazy.
it was like 2 years ago, and I said,
we're-
"Sure, send me money." And
I'll
he
just
blocked
strap
me.
I'll
Nah.
just strap a GoPro to my head and be like,
He
when
would-
I'm driving, and
that-
you're like, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
And I look over, you're like, "Remember that time your mom
With
did
your
that?"
foot coming up, and it's like,
Hate your fucking mom. And I just
Yeah.
turn back and I just steal the thing.
people are weird, man. But hey, if you can make money, I say make that money.
I know there's a thing. This is way off topic, but there's a fetish where people get their things. This like the fifth
Stepped
time.
on.
This is no, not stepped on. Just insulted.
I've seen that. Oh,
just
oh, really?
insulted.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
I,
Ew,
I
look-
believe it.
look at that little thing.
I don't know why
I brought
you
up
would get
penis
off on
like
that point.
5 times in this podcast.
Yeah,
I think I'm, guys. I'm straight. I think.
I just really, I just
think-
really like penis.
Yeah.
I was like talking about.
I'm comfortable with my sexuality.
Sure.
yeah.
To
I'm
me,
kidding,
penises
I'm
are always
kidding.
funny.
Mister, whenever I get Play-Doh, I just make a penis.
Listen, you give me Play-Doh right now, I'll
It's not-
fucking roll it right up.
It's not a symbolism for nothing.
And you're like, all right, here's a wrong.
Give me a pen, I draw a penis.
And then I turn into a rocket ship.
I used to turn 25 into Snoopy, so there you go. I'll show you how.
Oh,
The
wait.
number 25?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll have to show.
You're
us.
way more wholesome than I was as a
Yeah.
kid. You letters I draw a dick.
You
Hair.
draw Snoopy and you just draw a
Yeah.
little dick on it. He's like, ah!
You're throwing it again. I'm going to plug the network. Check out the rest of our awesome shows on this network. Every Tuesday, we are live with Truth Behind Illusion and Not Cool in High School. The next episode, we will be talking
I can't see it from here. I'll zoom in.
Elvira.
Mistress of the Dark, the 1988 movie.
We'll be reviewing that movie and talking more things that we were into throughout the week. I promise I will start playing a video game or something to talk about it. Yeah, because I haven't been talking much about anything on the show. Thursdays, we are Tornado Tag Podcast. No episode this Thursday live. We're going to try to film something because we're helping out some spooky stuff with Camp Leapfrog. So we will be doing some filming that day. So we won't be able to go live. But maybe me and Brian will do something and record it in the car. And then I'll come home and I'll upload it. So it'll be up there for like Friday afternoon. So you guys can watch the latest episode of Tornado Tag. But we won't be live this Thursday, but normally are every Thursday at 7 o'clock. Sunday, Banging Beers. We missed 2 weeks, but we are back this Sunday with some fun beers. Actually, we are not back this Sunday. I will have a pre-recorded episode up this Sunday. We'll be back the Sunday after. And like I said, the weekend after that, we'll be at the Jim Thorpe prison. If you want to come hang out in Jim Thorpe with us, let us know.
Yeah.
And also interviews with everyday people. That comes out. I'm going to be doing some interviews with some fun people, as well as I'm going to try to highlight every member of the network and get like an interview, just a sit down one-on-one
That's
with
fun.
everybody. You don't have to talk about anything, or you don't want to.
Well, you have to talk about something.
We'll find a topic. We'll do something. I mean, it doesn't have to be like your life.
You
But
can't be like,
yeah, maybe
I don't know what to talk about.
maybe we'll talk about how you join the network. And, yeah, I like turtles. Yeah,
I
Um,
don't know.
I want you to interview somebody to sit there like, and they just, and just throw up.
just throw
That's
up.
it. I gotta go.
Oh, I'm nervous.
What do we?
I peed.
We stare at each other, just throw up in the camera.
It's
What a
just
show.
constant like nerves back and forth.
Hey, there's that fetish for that guy on the Howard Stern show.
Puke.
Jeff the Bomb guy.
Puke fetish.
Oh,
And then we have great shows like Welcome Back, We Like Wrestling Podcast, Higher With In Other Words, and
Mhm.
Stone and Nerdy. So check out
Yes.
the rest of the cool stuff on the network. More stuff coming soon. Like I said, links
all the
below.
time, baby.
Follow us on all social media. We are live all the time. If you're watching this video, please go and help out. I did the call of action last time, and some of you listened to it on the IWEP network platform and gave us some pretty good numbers. That platform I thought was dying, and it kind of is making a little bit of a rebound.
Nice.
Also, the audio version of this podcast is doing very well too. The numbers were low because more people were watching it on Facebook, but a lot of you are spreading the word and sharing those links and letting people know the audio platforms exist, and that's doing pretty well too. And the more times you share it and let more people know, that helps. Word of mouth is definitely how it grows. That's all I got. We'll see you next time. We're going to have some fun in the prison. Come hang out with us in Jim Thorpe for the day if you want. And the following weekend, you can come hang out with us at the Tree of Life Metaphysical Shop.
Yeah.
No one put in the chat any topic to talk about. Do you have anything that you kind of have lined up that you want to go?
Loveland Frog Band.
That one.
Well, we just did like a cryptid.
Okay,
Mhm.
you want to do a ghost story?
Yeah, we can do this.
We can do ghost stories.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can get one that's enough to talk about for an hour.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, some are just like, oh, the ghost came in and it scared one person. You know, so you obviously can't get much out of that.
What I can do is pull out like my ghost stories and then your ghost stories, and I can message a bunch of like my friends and family and just be like, just quick send me a message of one of your creepy
There we go,
ghost
like
stories
a ghost story roundup,
Yeah.
Ooh.
a local ghost story round. How about that?
Yeah.
of like
So,
our friends and family.
Yes.
yeah. Tell us.
Local people. You don't have
send
to
us-
have it.
Like
send us
Rich or
messages.
Andy and
Yeah.
stuff like
Send
that.
us messages of your ghost experiences or ghost stories you've heard,
Mhm.
and we will tell them in the prison. The prison will do all ghost stories
That's
inside
a
the prison.
good idea.
Yeah. So
That's a
that'll,
very good
that'll
idea.
be our call to action.
And first would be if we experience anything while we're there, or what
Mhm.
they have recently.
Yeah, and we
be
might
first.
even be able to play around with it because last time COVID was pretty bad. Now it's better.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
might be able to record a different room. We might be able to see different rooms that we didn't
Yes.
see last time.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be a different camera angle and everything.
You
Who
never know.
knows?
You never know.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, send us, like I said, the website. There's a little microphone feature on the website. You can leave us a voicemail. Leave it, or you can send us a message on Facebook or any other platform and tell us your stories.
Mhm.
If you want to send them in video form, maybe we can even play the videos, insert them into
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I like
if you're
that
comfortable
too.
with you being on camera or
Your
anything like that.
sexuality.
That too. But that'll do it. Truth behind illusion. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We talked werewolves, I think.
Watch
I
out!
think.
Watch out for the full moon.
Yeah.
Because there's a bad moon rising.
You turn into a lunatic.